Cissy Houston, the renowned soul and gospel singer and mother of the late music legend Whitney Houston, passed away at the age of 91. Her death marks the end of an era, but her legacy continues to resonate within the music industry and far beyond. Known for her commanding voice and deep-rooted faith, Cissy's illustrious career spanned over 7 decades, during which she collaborated with iconic artists such as Aretha Franklin and Elvis Presley. Her profound contributions to both gospel and soul music will never be forgotten, and her family, who is also steeped in musical talent, continues to honor her memory as the world mourns the loss of this remarkable figure. Cissy Houston's life and career were unparalleled in their impact on popular music and culture. She was not only Whitney Houston's mother, but she also carved out a name for herself as a highly respected and distinguished vocalist. Over the course of her 7-decade-long career, she achieved significant milestones, including winning 2 Grammy Awards, a testament to her extraordinary vocal abilities and deep emotional connection to her craft. She made a name for herself not only as a solo artist, but also as one of the most sought-after backup singers in the industry, lending her voice to legends such as Aretha Franklin and Elvis Presley. Her soulful and powerful voice captivated audiences worldwide, and her ability to convey raw emotion through her music resonated with listeners for generations. On the morning of her passing, Houston was at her home in New Jersey, surrounded by her loving family. Pat Houston, her daughter-in-law, shared the heartbreaking news, expressing the deep pain and sadness that the family felt. Pat released a poignant statement that reflected on Cissy's unwavering strength, her deep faith, and her devotion to her family and community. "Our hearts are filled with pain and sadness. We lost the matriarch of our family," Pat said, highlighting the immense loss the family was experiencing. Cissy Houston's contributions to music extended far beyond her vocal talents. She was a mentor and guiding force for many in the industry. Her commitment to her community and ministry left a lasting impact, and her family expressed immense gratitude for the invaluable life lessons she imparted. Pat Houston noted that Cissy's more than 7-decade career in music and entertainment would remain at the forefront of their hearts, as her influence shaped not only their lives, but also the lives of countless fans who admired her work. The legacy of Cissy Houston is deeply intertwined with the memories of her daughter, Whitney Houston, and her granddaughter, Bobby Christina Brown, both of whom she has now joined in eternal peace. Despite the profound losses of her daughter and granddaughter, the family finds solace in remembering the rich life that Cissy lived, a life full of musical achievements, familial love, and lasting impact on those she touched. Pat Houston expressed the family's deep appreciation for the years they shared with Cissy and their hope for her eternal peace. May she rest in peace alongside her daughter Whitney and granddaughter Bobby Christina, as well as other cherished family members, Pat said. Born in Newark, New Jersey, Cissy Houston embarked on her remarkable journey into the world of entertainment at an early age. She first gained recognition as a member of the gospel group, the Drinkard Singers, which laid the foundation for her future success in music. This group helped her hone her vocal skills and gain valuable experience in the industry. Later, she formed the renowned ensemble, the Sweet Inspirations, alongside fellow artists Dee Dee Warwick and Doris Troy. This group became highly regarded for providing backup vocals to a diverse range of legendary musicians, including Otis Redding, Dusty Springfield, and Dionne Warwick. As part of the Sweet Inspirations, Cissy's talent shone brightly on tracks that would become timeless classics. One notable contribution was to Van Morrison's iconic song, Brown Eyed Girl, which remains a staple in American music. She also lent her powerful voice to Jimi Hendrix's track, Burning of the Midnight Lamp, showcasing her versatility across different musical genres. The Sweet Inspirations' journey reached a pinnacle in 1969 when they performed in Las Vegas alongside none other than Elvis Presley, further solidifying their prominence in the music scene. In 1970, Cissy Houston stepped into the spotlight as a solo artist with the release of her debut album, Presenting Cissy Houston. This album marked the beginning of a successful solo career during which she produced a string of records that showcased her powerful voice and deep emotional resonance. Over the years, her discography continued to expand, culminating in her final album, Walk On By Faith, which was released in 2012. Throughout her career, Cissy became a highly sought-after background vocalist, contributing her exceptional talent to hundreds of recordings. She could be heard on numerous tracks by celebrated artists, including Bette Midler's debut album, The Divine Miss M, released in 1972. Additionally, her work with Aretha Franklin on the classic Ain't No Way added depth and soul to the legendary singer's powerful performances. Cissy's vocal contributions extended to a diverse range of artists, including Chaka Khan, Diana Ross, David Bowie, Beyonce, Donny Hathaway, and Wilson Pickett. Each collaboration further cemented her reputation as one of the industry's most respected and talented vocalists. Houston's remarkable journey in the music industry was not just about her own talents. Her family's legacy of artistry played an integral role in shaping her career. In 1997, she won her first Grammy Award for the album Face to Face, which was honored as Best Traditional Soul Gospel Album. This victory marked a significant milestone in her career, underscoring her incredible vocal abilities and her dedication to gospel music. 2 years later, in 1999, she won another Grammy in the same category for her album He Leadeth Me, solidifying her reputation as a force to be reckoned with in the gospel genre. Cissy Houston came from a family rich in musical talent. Her daughter, Whitney Houston, became one of the most celebrated vocalists in history, while her nieces, Dionne and Dee Dee Warwick, also made significant contributions to the music industry. Additionally, she was a cousin to Leontyne Price, a legendary opera singer whose contributions to music further highlighted the family's deeply rooted artistic lineage. Cissy, the youngest of 8 children, grew up in an environment where music was an essential part of life, helping to shape her passion for singing and performance. In a heartfelt statement following her passing, the Houston family expressed their gratitude for the outpouring of love and support during this profoundly difficult time. On behalf of the Houston family, we are touched by your generous support and your outpouring of love during our time of grief. The statement read, "The family respectfully requested privacy as they navigated this difficult period, reflecting not only their loss, but also the deep connections forged through a shared love of music that defined the Houston family's legacy for generations." Cissy Houston's passing marks the end of a significant chapter in both her family's history and the broader music world. She was a beacon of strength, talent, and love whose contributions to gospel and soul music shaped the lives of countless artists and fans alike. As we remember her vibrant spirit, we celebrate her unyielding dedication to her family, her faith, and her craft. Cissy Houston will be forever remembered as an irreplaceable voice, a loving matriarch, and a towering figure whose influence will continue to inspire future generations. Despite the immense tragedy of Whitney Houston's death in 2012, Cissy remained a pillar of strength. She often spoke about the deep void left by her daughter's passing, openly sharing her struggles with grief and the pain of loss. Yet, she continued to honor Whitney's memory through her music and public appearances, frequently reflecting on the importance of faith and family in overcoming adversity. Throughout her sorrow, she stayed active in the music community, using her own experiences to inspire others and advocate for mental health awareness and addiction recovery. Cissy Houston also worked on her memoir, sharing intimate stories about her family's life and their collective journey through music, love, and loss. And the recent passing of Cissy Houston on January 4th, 2024, at the age of 91, marked not just the loss of an exceptional soul and gospel singer, but also the end of an era for the Houston family. She was a beloved mother and grandmother, and her legacy is deeply intertwined with the triumphs and tragedies of her daughter, Whitney Houston, one of the most iconic voices in music history. The Houston family story has been filled with both joy and sorrow as they navigated the complexities of fame, personal relationships, and Whitney's tumultuous career. Cissy Houston, known for her powerful voice, was celebrated not only for her musical contributions, but for the love and devotion she had for her family. She played an instrumental role in shaping her daughter's career, guiding Whitney through the early stages of her rise to fame. However, she also witnessed Whitney's struggles, including her battle with substance abuse and the impact of her troubled marriage to R&B singer Bobby Brown. Cissy's relationship with Bobby Brown, Whitney's ex-husband, was a complex and often strained one. Throughout Whitney's marriage to Bobby, Cissy made no secret of her disapproval of the relationship, believing that Bobby's lifestyle had a negative influence on her daughter. The tension between them became public knowledge, particularly during the 1990s and early 2000s when Whitney's addiction issues were at their peak. Cissy's concern for Whitney's well-being often led to open conflict with Bobby, as she attributed much of Whitney's struggles to their volatile marriage. The tension between Cissy and Bobby was palpable, and it created a significant rift that lasted even after Whitney's tragic death in 2012. Cissy was vocal about her concerns in numerous interviews, stating that she believed Bobby's lifestyle, which included drug use and erratic behavior, had a detrimental effect on Whitney. She felt that Bobby introduced Whitney to a world of partying and substance abuse, exacerbating her daughter's already fragile state. This perception led to a deep resentment and distrust between Cissy and Bobby, which played out in the public eye. Following Whitney Houston's passing, Cissy was left to mourn not only the loss of her daughter, but also to carry the weight of her grief while navigating the complexities of her relationship with Bobby. Despite their differences, Bobby released an emotional tribute after Whitney's death, acknowledging the profound impact both Whitney and Cissy had on his life. In his tribute, Bobby expressed deep sorrow over the loss of Cissy, recognizing her not just as Whitney's mother, but as a maternal figure in his life during their turbulent marriage. She loved Whitney fiercely, and that love extended to me, even when things were difficult, Bobby said in his statement, reflecting on the complicated relationship he shared with Cissy. He also acknowledged her strength and resilience, particularly during Whitney's darkest times. Despite Bobby's heartfelt words, the rift between him and Cissy remained unresolved. Cissy's disapproval of Bobby was so deeply rooted that even after Whitney's death, the tension between them lingered. She had always been a fierce advocate for her daughter, and her protective instincts as a mother often clashed with Bobby's role as Whitney's husband. This ongoing conflict became a significant part of their narrative, overshadowing any attempts at reconciliation. Cissy's public remarks about Bobby were often scathing, particularly when discussing the role she believed he played in Whitney's struggles with addiction. She openly blamed Bobby for not being a supportive partner to Whitney during her darkest moments, and this blame only intensified after Whitney's passing. In her memoir, Walking in the Light, Cissy reflected on the pain of losing her daughter, reiterating her belief that Bobby's influence was one of the factors that contributed to Whitney's downfall. "He was never the right man for her," she wrote, expressing the heartache and frustration she felt over the years. For his part, Bobby Brown has always maintained that he deeply loved Whitney and did everything he could to support her during their marriage. He expressed frustration with Cissy's accusations, stating in interviews that he was unfairly blamed for Whitney's problems. Bobby pointed out that their relationship, while tumultuous, was also marked by deep love and a shared connection. He has consistently defended himself, saying that Whitney's struggles with addiction were complex and not solely the result of their marriage. This ongoing back and forth between Cissy and Bobby revealed the depth of their conflict and the emotional toll that Whitney's life and death had on both of them.